Hello everyone and welcome to Kerbal Space Program with me, JD Colley. Today we've got some exciting missions, especially heading out to the moon, and some very serious mistakes as well. But before we do that, let's go take a look at this little rocket here in the VAB, see what's going on, and then we'll get back to the mission. Alright, and here we have the Prometheus 1. This is the vessel we just had on the launch pad, or launching actually. And as you can see, we've just got the basic launcher down here, our basic lifting stage I should say, with some extra SRBs on it to help it get some extra kick up into orbit, extra 1,000 delta V or so. And if we just pull all this off, since this is standard, we can see here what is inside. And this is a bit of a departure from previous vessels I've done. As you can see, there is two real vessels in this cone. There's actually this stage right here, and then this one up here. And they're connected by a small docking port, Clampotron Jr. right there with a little stack separator. And the idea I have here is to send this vessel down to the surface while this one remains in orbit, basically the Apollo style. And I'm hoping that this will allow it to do, or to have a bit more budget in what it does. I don't know. I'm not sure it's actually more efficient, but it felt like something fun to do that was a bit different. I've never actually done this, and I want to leave this vessel in orbit because I could come back later, refuel it, and actually use it to continue to do more scientific stuff. So there's actually a serious flaw in this vessel here, but I'm not going to say what it is right now. We'll find out about it later. I'm recording this, of course, after the mission rather than before. But yeah, there's a nearly fatal flaw here, something that almost gets Bob killed. So yeah, we'll look for that, try and figure what it is, and good on you if you figure it out. So let's go back to the mission. Alright, so here we join Bob over the surface of the moon. I didn't record the ascent to the moon, transfer, all that stuff, because it really wasn't anything special. I'd done it many times before, and I've done it before on camera, so I didn't really feel the need to put it in here. But I put the orbiter in a 40-kilometer orbit or something. I don't know. Pretty low, but not too low. And then separated and went down to the surface. And as you can see, I'm using the suicide burn approach. I did use MechJeb for this, for the timer. MechJeb's not steering because I don't even have the technology for that to do that right now. So yeah, I'm steering manually, but using the timer for the suicide burn countdown, which is really important on a vessel like this that doesn't have a huge delta V budget. But as you can see, it went really, really well. We stopped right above the surface. We're able to land, get, a nice solid landing even with those tiny landing legs, and went pretty textbook. I was very pleased with this. But anyway, it looks like we're about to catch up with the current time, so let's go back to old me. Alright, and there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have landed on the moon. So let's get out Bob here and hope our ship doesn't fall over when he gets out. Is it going to fall over? Nope. Awesome. First Kerbal on the moon. How do you feel, Bob? It's got to feel good. It's got to feel good. Let's see. Take our surface sample. Oh yeah, 120 science. I'll take that. EVA report. More 32 more. Plant the flag. Oh wait. Where are we? Dang it. Crap. What is this, the Highlands? Just gonna put that for now and review sample. Yes, I guess right. Awesome. Okay, I like to put flags everywhere I land so that I know where I've been. I do have Science X for this, but yeah, this is more for me, not to really show for you guys. Up we go. Oh, so hard. No, dang it. Okay. Up, and away. Grab. Okay. And we'll board. Activate all these beautiful sciences. Okay, there's not that many of them to activate, but they're there. Oh, I forgot to put a thermometer on this. Oh well. Save, save, and save. Excellent. And now we're going to have him EVA one more time and actually just go down just a little bit. Take data. Restore, just in case there's another spot we can take data from. And actually, the magnetometer is really hard to grab data from. I don't know why its spot is so difficult to reach, but it is. I already have a surface sample. Up we go, up, up, up and away, take data. Okay. Sorry, I'm just concentrating a little bit. No, 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 don't fall. Oh, dang it. He stepped on the RCS port there. And now we can board. Yes, we'll board anyway. Okay, let's close our magnetometer. Nope, reset it, toggle it. Okay, so our goal now is just to wait for the Prometheus return, the Prometheus orbiter, to come back around. So we're just going to let it roll around the moon real quick. I'm sad I didn't land in the crater, but at the same time I haven't been to the highlands either, so it doesn't really make any difference. I guess I'll get a little less science because I think the Elucidator landed on the highlands too, but that's okay. It really, I'm going to be coming back here, so it's really not a huge deal. And just let it get a little closer. There we go. Okay. And now, without further ado, I think we need to take off. I believe this is the direction we need to go. Yep. Nothing to run into. So we're just going to try and get into orbit here. Or actually, we're just going to try and get up into a encounter with our wonderful little orbiter we've got waiting for us. So let's see where we are relative to it. Oh, way past it, so we're going to want 2 encounters. There we go. And now we can just push those out. $13, $12, $11, $10. I want to get it pretty low. Okay, that's as close as we're going to get because we need to correct our inclination. Okay. And looks like we need to burn upwards. I think, yes, that is our normal node. So we burn this way. There we go. There we go. That encounter's getting pretty close. What's our inclination versus our targets? 6.6, 6.8. If we drop it back down a little bit, would that help? I think we're about as close as we're going to get right there for the moment. And let's just hope that's enough, that we can cancel out our relative velocities. So we're going to save real quick. And if necessary, I can actually just have Bob hop out and try and fly back. So, I mean, it's not fatal, I don't think, if he can't dock. Although I'd really like him to be able to. I think that'd be cool. But okay. Oh yeah, we should be able to cancel out our relative velocities. We're not going that fast in relation to each other. So let's just start narrowing the gap a bit. As you can see, I'm pushing my retrograde vector towards the target, which means that I'll get closer and closer to it. There we go. I should now actually encounter him. Yeah, 0.3. That's much closer than it was previously. We can actually get it closer, all the while canceling out our velocity as well, which is good. Probably not going to get to 0.0, but we can get pretty close, I think. So this is how you do rendezvous, by the way, efficiently. Because this way I don't... Oh, we did get 0, 0. Awesome! So this way I don't have to stop relative and then point at my target and then burn again and then stop and then burn again. This way I can actually just make 1, maybe 2 burns, and it's a lot more efficient. And we can't close those, I forgot. But they're lighter, that's why you use them. Okay, so we're only a few seconds away. We need to really start burning. Ah! Wait. Oh, relative velocity, no. Okay, now we need to... that was stupid. That was a mistake on my part that's going to cost us, unfortunately. So we're going to point at the target again. This time I'm going to turn off. No, I want target. Target relative. That's my target. Okay. Oh, that's why I turned off my target somehow. Okay, so the reason I want to do this is I want to be burning on the far side so that I can actually point right at him. Alright, and now relative velocity. Retrograde. There we go. This should allow us to dock. So I'm just going to use a teensy tiny bit of fuel to be able to cancel out my velocity relative to my ship. And the reason I want to use as little fuel as possible is because I want to be able to transfer the rest of that fuel over. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Alright, now we just need to turn on our docking port alignment indicator. And then target the docking port and control from our docking port. And then it's just a matter of aligning this circle right here with the center of the crosshairs. And then rotating so this line is on one of the axes so that our controls are tied to the axes rather than moving at diagonals. I need to turn on fine control to this thing's too squirrely. Okay, now see if I can do RCS controls without making myself look completely retarded. Turn on RCS, and we want to move... No, wrong way. There we go. So what you want to do is, if you can see that little yellow velocity vector there, next to the big orange one, that's telling me, or that's that's my velocity vector, and I want it to move towards the green lines. And when I do that, it means that I'm moving towards the object, because the 2 green crosshairs, like the 2 green lines where they intersect, represents where the docking node I'm aiming for actually is. And so as we get closer to it, you'll start to see them move faster. Like one of them should be moving fairly quickly in a minute, because I'll be approaching the what's it called? I'll be approaching the plane change. Like, so where, see, here it goes. The horizontal line is going to be getting a lot faster now for relative to what it was. Cancel out my horizontal velocity. There we go. And my ship is not completely RCS balanced, which is part of the problem. Okay. See, now if I can just get it to stay on the line, that will mean that my ship is horizontally aligned with my target. As you can see, I'm now moving in one plane only, pretty much. So this little thing, the docking port alignment indicator, is really, really nice. Certainly something that if you have issues docking, you want to pick up. This is also really useful if you want to try and do docking without RCS, which is dangerous but completely possible. Like, I've done it on several occasions, like for instance when I've had space planes where I forgot to put RCS controls on them. It's not a good idea, but it's certainly something you can do if you find yourself in a bind. Not something I recommend though, especially if your ship is not very maneuverable. If it's very maneuverable, it's really not an issue, but if it has some problems with maneuverability, then you could find yourself running into your target with the engine facing it or something. Like just bad stuff. Bad stuff you don't want to have happen. So anyway, I'm going to turn off my RCS or my SAS and RCS here, because we are very closely approaching the target, and in just a moment the magnets should kick on. There we go. Let's turn off the docking alignment. Okay, now Bob, I'm going to have him EVA for this, not because I couldn't have him transfer through here, because you can, in case you didn't know, for veterans of this game who haven't played much of version 1.0, if I click on the door here, the crew hatch, I can transfer him, but I don't want to. So you can actually now transfer between various command pods and stuff, anywhere where crew can be internally without any mods. That was not a mod, that's vanilla, which is awesome. I love it so much, but I'm not going to do it right now because I have a whole bunch of data to grab. So we're just going to grab that real quick. And now Bob is going to fly over to the other module. And with a little luck, we're going to be able to return home with this. I don't know. I didn't test any of the Delta V requirements before I did this mission, so there's a possibility we're totally going to get screwed here. But we'll transfer out and out. Whoo! That is extremely close. We might be EVAing at home. It's possible. We might end up pushing our capsule home. But anyway. Actually, let's undock this first and see what that does for our Delta V. Oh, well, we can't see our Delta V. I forgot there's no MechJeb module on this part. But that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I guess we can turn on our SAS. No, we need to be careful of that because we have no way of generating power on this module. And let's see, what's our most efficient return? I think that would be around there. So, nope, 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 nope. I don't want to warp to that. No. I like those new warp to buttons, but sometimes they get in your way. And get you in trouble. So let's just pull that around and see if we can get anywhere that's... Oh, there we go. Alright, that's our most efficient. Ah, yes, okay. I just had it at the wrong angle. That'll drop us into a 400. Oh yeah, we've got way more than enough Delta V. We could take the capsule home if we really wanted to. I don't, but if we wanted to, we could. Okay, 200. I'm not going to aero brake this. I think we can just go straight into aero capture. I think that's fine. So, yep, that'll do it. All right, let's warp to our apoapsis. Actually, we'll save first just to make sure. Warp to our apoapsis. It will be slow, but that's okay. And it looks like this mission will go off pretty much without a hitch, which is extremely rewarding. I like it when this happens. We don't often have missions that go completely the way I want them to. Okay, most of the missions actually this playthrough have. I will say that. I have had very, very few problems with this playthrough, which is extremely unusual for me. Normally I'd have dead Kerbals and stuff by now, but nobody's died yet, oddly enough. So I'm okay with that. Nobody needs to die today. But let's align to retrograde. And maybe get down to 20, 15, I don't know, something like that. There we go. And burn for all we're worth. I'm sure we have vastly more Delta V in here than we need, given that we had 800 Delta V with the entire crew module on top there, or a landing capsule on top. So I'm not expecting or anticipating any problems, but we'll see. Hey, what's going on? What am I doing? What did I just do? Oh, no, no, no. Prograde vector right now. Okay, we might have problems. I may have just created the problem. I hope you get to come home today, Bob. I really, really do. I'm glad we had all that extra fuel then, because we may need it, because I just burned in exactly the opposite direction we needed to. I needed to align prograde, not retrograde like I did. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking of falling to Kerbal. Well, you know, when you want to fall out of orbit, you decrease your your orbit. You go into retrograde, but that's a really bad idea when you're trying to return from a moon. Ooh, boy. That could have been really bad. Okay. And now we're going to just cancel that out, and now go retrograde like we wanted to. Just to pull that up just a teensy tiny bit. I don't want to be like slamming immediately into the ground. 20,000. There we go. That will be perfect. We'll save, and we'll time accelerate home. Now, the very astute among you may have noticed a fatal error I made in the creation of this ship back in the VAB. There is no electrical generation on this stage. It has no solar panels, it has no generator. The only thing that can be used to create power is, fortunately, this little engine has an alternator on it. But what that means is that to keep Bob alive and not dying because of TAC life support, he must turn on his engine every 2 hours to turn on the air recycling. Because TAC life support requires you to have electricity to keep your Kerbals alive. So basically, every 2 hours, our engine's on, or Bob is a dead man. No, dead Kerbal. So this trip took a little bit longer than I had hoped, but yeah, it worked out okay. And we are going to have to go transfer to the vessel entering Minmus orbit in just a second, so we'll do that now. Alright, so we find ourselves having to do the Clairvoyant Circularization Burn, or Clairvoyance 2 Circularization Burn, in the middle of Bob's very dangerous situation. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. Fortunately, he has about an hour tolerance before I have to start up his alternator again, so this shouldn't be too big a deal. We'll just zip on through this, burn through it very, very quickly. Turn on the, what's it called? Surveyor radar scan. We can start it right now because we're already over the poles. And yeah, just let that burn complete. Only should take a few more seconds, and then we'll go back to Bob and rescue that poor fella. Next time I'll remember to put electricity on the return orbiter as well as on the landing craft. Yes, that would be a smart idea. Okay. And there we go. Perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but perfect enough. So we can turn off this engine. Let's see, 68, 83. Ooh, never mind. I want to turn that engine back on. How long will it take? 1 hour, 17 minutes. That's... You know what? I'm going to leave this here for now, and I'm going to go back to Bob. This is not going anywhere. It's not a problem. I don't have to worry too much about it, but the Prometheus is in trouble. So, despite Bob's precarious situation, we were able to get him home. As you can see, the fuel gets really, really low out there. Right before the end, I burn it all to just help with attitude control as we're entering the atmosphere. But it turns out not to be too much of a problem, and we're able to splash down safely, which is very, very nice because I like Bob and I need every scientist I can, keep around. So fortunately we didn't lose him. We were able to bring home all the science, which was a pretty hefty amount, to be honest. I was very pleased with that, and really is going to open the door for us in future episodes. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and I will see you all next time.